Hello, I'm the gentleman, and the world constantly spits in my face. Now, before I start, I just want to point out two things. First of all, there will be no images accompanying this today. It's just going to be an audio clip, mostly because I'm basically stuck at the moment with exams and don't have time and can't really put the effort in to edit up a clip as I normally would. The second thing is, what I'm about to talk about is purely at the moment speculation, although if it comes true, please supplement this rant as exactly what I would normally say. Earlier this year, George Lucas decided that the best idea that he could do for the Star Wars franchise to shake out the last couple of drops from a consumer's pocket was to transfer each of them into 3D and release them periodically, in order this time. Why he would think this is a good idea is beyond anybody's comprehension, but we're going to let that slide for the moment. That's not the issue we're here to talk about today. The problem is that following that announcement, it has been released on IBM. It's possible again that this is not true. Apparently, following the 3D conversion of all his old films, George Lucas, in his infinite wisdom, hath decided to grant upon us a new trilogy. The follow-up to his original three, if you will. So thousands of years in the future, dealing with the Skywalker's clan, not in direct relation to the two Skywalkers we know from the movies, not the three Skywalkers, but whatever. So one has to wonder, why? Why in God's name do we need another Star Wars movie? I mean, why? We had so much fun with the last couple. I mean, I admit that the original three are absolute monarchs of my childhood, and the new three, even I personally don't mind that much because I enjoyed the special effects and stunts, which again I know is a cop out, but still, I really didn't mind it, and I really don't understand why he needs a new one though, because I think we're done. I think we're finished. We're finished with this world. George, just leave it be. The last three, as I said, I didn't mind the stunts and stuff, but the story was absolutely shit. And I really don't think you can save yourself and come back and rebuild our confidence in you. I mean, I know you've tried with other things, it hasn't really worked. I mean, what was the last thing you did in the main public consciousness that was, any good? I'll tell you. It was probably the original Star Wars, maybe even Indiana Jones. But then you come back and try to, win us back. And you brought us Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And George, it's probably when you should have been putting cryogenic freezing, honestly. I mean, you've got so much money. Why do you need to come back and just piss in our cereal again? We're done. We're tired. We're finished with you, alright? Please, just leave it alone. I know I say this, and I know I'll go see it if you release it, but just leave it be, please. I know I sound like I'm complaining, but honestly, I would go and see another one. The problem is that I know that it wouldn't be any good. It's like the reason I'll see Transformers 3. I know it won't be any good, but if I see it, at least I can then bitch and moan about it. Perfect. There's only really one way that I'm actually not going to be completely pissed off with this whole enterprise, and that's if he's adapting the Star Wars Legacy Tales. A Jedi, pirate, bounty hunter, Skywalker guy. I mean, that's awesome. Those are awesome books. I like them. And I would like to see them adapted. But probably again with only one little difference. No George. Seriously. To paraphrase Yahtzee Croshaw, which is slap his hands away from the writing desk, give him a colouring book, and then go nuts, basically. He's got so much money though. He owns a freaking ranch, Skywalker Ranch. It's huge. He's got tons of disposable income. Why must you keep making Star Wars films? You don't need the money. Leave it be. Give the whole Star Wars sort of movie franchise, even the video games a bit more, to anyone. Let it be free reign. Let the outcrop come in. Let them present it to you. I know you kind of do it now, but you're so selective. We only get a couple of good things. One being Star Wars Force Unleashed, which I'm recommending everyone go buy because I can't actually buy it this week, and I'm immediately pissed off by that fact. But still, why? It just begs the question of why would you do this? There's not a public outcry for more Star Wars films. There's no fans rallying to have you make another. So why do you feel the need? I mean, Star Wars is a great franchise. It's a great universe. You created it, mate. Brilliant job. The problem is, why don't you go create something else? I mean, you've got to co-create the Indiana Jones verse, and whilst not as expansive as the Star Wars universe, it's still pretty good. You tried with Howard the Duck, which admittedly was an absolute failure. So, I guess, what, was Star Wars a fluke? Is it a cosmic accident that now you're just trying to milk every single last drop from because you can't do anything else? If so, that's really pathetic, George. I'm sorry, but that's just sad. In short, if this happens again, I'll probably see it. I'll definitely see it. And I probably won't bitch and moan too much because it'll definitely look good. But the main question is just why? Why bother? There's no public request for it. There's no reason for you to need to make it. You don't need the money. It's almost like you're just trying to, keep the franchise going, which you don't have to worry about because there are fans like me who will probably keep dressing up as Jedi's, running around and beating up people with lightsabers just because, hell, it's fun. So in short, George, don't worry, your franchise is safe. But please, please just leave the movies alone. This has been The Gentleman. You can find me at ramblinggentleman.blogspot.com. Thank you, and good night.